We are back with Chip and Joanna Gaines. We've been waiting for them all morning, but actually for many years.
Yes, we have.
They are one of the country's most recognizable couples, and here's how you know them. Chip and Joanna have been married for, this is your life, 18 years. They're the parents to 5 kids, ranging in ages 16 to 3.
How sweet. And when their show Fixer Upper premiered 8 years ago, it became an instant hit. It quickly popularized the style known as farmhouse chic, and it helped out Waco, Texas big time.
Yeah.
It put home renovation on the map. And after ending that show to take a little time out of the spotlight, they're back, babe, with their biggest project yet, and we're so glad they made it to Studio 1A to hang with us for a couple of hours. First of all, the biggest change of all is happening in that chair.
Look at this.
We need a French braid.
Yes.
We need a little bit of
They
extra
said Chip Gaines is coming and not Fabio. What's happening?
I like her style.
Yeah, talk to us.
I get this. It's like the rest of the country, sadly, in some ways. You know, it's like nobody can agree on anything. You're either in this camp or you're in this camp. Well, Twitter is very similar in that regard with my hair. It's either you love this or you
hate it. Well, let's ask, what does Joanna say?
Joe's the one.
It's grown on me.
No, it has not.
It has, but yeah, I mean, it's grown on me. You know, he's about to shave it.
Okay.
Like,
really? I actually like it. I think it's cute.
But I think I'm going to miss it for sure.
It's a 50-50. You are either in one camp or the other.
Where do
There's
you come
absolutely
down?
no
I say
in-between.
cut it.
I like
right
it.
off the bat. She goes, "Oh, sweetie," she was touching my face like my mom. "Oh, I just don't like it at all. I need you to cut it."
You grew it out for a reason, though.
Yes.
I did, yeah. Well, twofold. I mean, it's evolved into a real philanthropic, and I'm excited about raising the money part. So that's kind of the back end of it. But at the beginning, I was telling Hoda this yesterday. It's like the pandemic hit, and it was just like we just cut that out of our typical routine, like probably most people, you know. And so after it got a little longer and a little longer, I just was like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I mean, I'm going to grow this out. I was telling Hoda, it's like I like to continue to bring in like bucket lister type situations into my life. And I was like, hey, when I die, I'm going to say, do you remember that season that I had that long hair?
Long hair.
And when I'm bald as a bat here in a couple of months after we shave it literally razor blade bald, then I'll say I've never been bald before either. So.
Well, you guys, we're going to talk about your kids. You have 5 of them, but you have a 6th that you're about to give birth to, and that's this.
It does feel like
this
that.
feels like
Little
your 6th
Maggie.
child, a big
Little Maggie.
network.
Little Maggie.
How does the Magnolia Network feel on the big day?
This morning I sat there, I was in the bathroom and I was crying, and I was like, why am I crying? And it felt like I just gave birth. I always cry when I give birth, but it was like,
for sure.
This is a baby, 2.5 years in the making, and today
Tears
is
of
her
joy.
debut. So we're so excited.
It is. And it is years in the making.
Yeah.
I mean, so you've been pregnant with this baby for years.
Yes.
But because you kind of shocked the whole wide world when you left Fixer Upper, because you left at the height of your popularity, which you probably figured out nobody does that. You were so popular. Your fans were devastated. They loved you so much. It wasn't at all clear that you were going to come back to TV.
Sure.
You weren't sure you were going to.
Yeah.
But you came back because you got a whole network. So you're really doing all kinds of shows, but you're doing Fixer Upper. It's coming back too.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I think what we loved about the network was getting to highlight other people's stories. And when you meet the people on the network and you see their stories, I mean, when
Hoda
we
got
meet
to
with
yesterday,
them,
and we all cried.
they're so passionate about what they do,
Powerful.
inspiring people. So we're excited about highlighting them.
Yeah, I mean, the people who you have on your show are all winners. And I was just thinking to myself, but you guys, you said something interesting. You needed a break to decide that you were going to go on.
Yeah.
And in that break, you guys were, I think, at a real low point, which surprised me to hear. I didn't know that. But what was happening in that moment?
You know,
For sure.
5 seasons in, which really translates to 6 years of being on television or filming on top of our growing family and our business. I think we were just exhausted. And when you start getting in that rhythm of just doing and then you forget the why, which I think by season 5, we were like just showing up. And I felt like inside we were just kind of slowly, it was like, wait, something's not right inside. And so we both knew we need to step back and just kind of evaluate what we're saying yes to and the why. And so we just said for a full year, we're going to not take any call. We're just going to sit back, focus on the business,
And
focus on home.
sometimes that's the beauty in that opportunity that we were given, because we weren't chasing that opportunity. It was sort of given to us. It sort of fell out of the sky. It fell, came in through the back door, if you will. Because we weren't chasing it, when it felt like it was no longer filling us the way we had hoped that it would at some point on that journey, it was easy for us to kind of step away from it because it wasn't like that was the net goal no matter what. But can you imagine somebody in law school wanting to be an attorney and then finding out as they're taking the bar, I don't know that I want to do this for the rest of my life. Well, you've committed to that place. For us, it was a little more like, hey, if this isn't going to be our future, then let's step back and let's go find out what that.
So what was that time at home? Like, what was that space? What did you learn about yourselves and your family?
So many people, I want to say this part, it's like so many people have experienced that the last year, and Hoda was talking about that. It's like people who thought going into the pandemic, oh my gosh, we're going to all have to click together and we're going to have to do this thing, click together in this additional space. Multi-generational families have come back together kind of for the first time, at least in generations, right? And it's like all this stuff has happened. We joked that it was like when the pandemic came due, like when it actually started, evolving, Joe and I were like, oh man, this last season has prepared us for this season. And it was like the sweetest season. I mean, it took a minute, obviously, because we were all anxious to do other things. But as we kind of started gelling and getting used to family dinners again and being used to just being together as a family, like playing checkers because we were a bit bored, we were just like, what a beautiful gift. It became a gift. Sorry. What were you going to say?
Nothing. I wanted to say you.
Y'all have a beautiful family. You're such hands-on parents. But I did love a little bit of advice, I think, Joe, that you have. A lot of kids are on their devices. And your son was on his a lot. And every time he felt a buzz, he checked his pocket, checked his pocket.
I think we do that all.
And you had a solution.
For sure.
Well, I think, as we...
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Right, exactly. We just created this...
It's my mom. Hold on.
Stop.
I'll call you back. Okay, I love you.
It's actually your hairdresser.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Finally. We have this little station where everyone charges their phone, and finally we decided, we don't like how our kids, they almost look like robots with, all of us. We're just like, when it buzzes, you've got to check it, and when they're reading, they're checking it, and it just became a house rule when you're at home that all the phones go on one spot. So if you want to check a text, if you want to check an email, you go to that spot, but it's not on your body. So it's like no phones on body. That's the rule at home.
That's good. Isn't that good? Yeah.
Real good.
But they're developing, they're growing.
Yes.
And as they're growing at 14, 15, 16, I don't want this to be part of
right.
they become.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, we're going to keep visiting with you guys all day. So it's been fun visiting now. You're going to be back on the third hour. You'll be back with me and Jenna on the fourth. Jenna's dying. She can't wait.
I know.
When's it happening? When's it happening?
Like you're the original super fan.
Yeah.
Well, actually, her mom.
Yeah,
her mom.
But anyway, we're so happy you guys are here with us.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Congrats on the new network. Good luck.
It's just good. And I like the hair. You know what? Stick with it.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.